Hello people, I am the Real Comic Book Gamer. Today we have a big battle. It is Superman versus Wonder Woman. Yeah. So as always, I'm going to start off with the origin. I'm going to be starting off with Wonder Woman's and not doing Superman's because everyone knows Superman's the heart. You've heard it, seen it, read it somehow, just some way. Everyone knows Superman's origin. So I'm going to be doing Wonder Woman's because not as many people know her origin. So yeah, Wonder Woman's origin, she is an Amazon, obviously. The Amazons were once a part of Greece, and they left Greece because the evil of man. So the gods saw how bad they were being treated and everything, and so they created this island. Well, I don't know if they created the island or they just took an already existing island. That doesn't matter anyways. They put a barrier there so no man could step foot on the island, and yeah, so that's how like the Amazons were like separated from Greece and everything. But then Wonder Woman came along when she was formed out of clay by her mother. And then she formed her, and then the Olympian gods brought her to life. I know that's a little weird. There's another origin, I believe, where she actually is born, where like the god of war is her father, I think. But yeah, and this is the version I'm going with. I think there's another version, but I don't really know about that one to where I know about this one. Anyways. Yeah, she was, like the Amazons, they're all already superior to normal humans, but, Wonder Woman was the best of the best. She was better than all the other Amazons. This was before she got her powers or anything. But then one day, Steve Trevor comes and he crash lands outside Themyscira, like right near her island. So she gets him, saves him, then tends to him, and she falls in love with him. And she ends up finding about World War II because of that. And so she told Aphrodite, and Aphrodite said, okay, we see there's a lot of evil stuff going out there. So we will choose an Amazon warrior by having this this tournament. And so Diana wanted to enter the tournament, but her mother forbid it, so she put on a mask. This is like if you've ever seen the Justice League TV show, they did this. They showed you this. But yeah, she put on a mask, went in there, beat the crap out of everyone, ended up winning, then revealed herself to be Wonder Woman, well, to be Diana. And I was like, oh my gosh, but she won, and so she went out, and well, they gave her these powers and this costume, and I'm gonna get into the other stuff they gave her because that's part of the arsenal part that I do, arsenal/powers. And so yeah, that is Wonder Woman's whole thing. That is her origin without like taking forever to explain it. I'm already about like 3 minutes in, so yeah, that is Wonder Woman's origin. Now normally next I would do like references to what they have done in the comic books to show like their power and everything, but since these two have fought in the comic books and there are other things, I'm gonna be doing that a little later in the video. I'm gonna be doing comic references to these two characters. So yeah, let's go with arsenal/powers. Superman has super speed, super strength, freeze breath, heat vision, X-ray vision, telescopic vision, flight. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm missing. So yeah, you get the gist of it. Super speed. I think I already said that. You pretty much already know all his powers. And there are Superman's powers. He doesn't really have an arsenal. He uses his what's it called? His lead suit for when there's kryptonite. But that is pretty much it. And also Superman is invulnerable. And well, you know, to a certain extent, because no one is invulnerable in the DC universe. But yeah. Now, Wonder Woman's powers are super strength, super speed, she's enhanced reflexes, enhanced agility, endurance, just ways of saying she's quick and fast. She can fly, she's practically indestructible like Superman, and yeah, that is her, those are her powers. Now, her arsenal, she has a magic tiara that sort of works as a really lethal batarang. She has her lasso of truth, which is sort-of-ish unbreakable, and she has her bracelets that are supposed to be unbreakable also. And she also has her earrings that let her breathe out in space, and she has like a sword and shield that she doesn't normally have on her, but you know, if she's preparing for battle or something, she has. So yeah, that is Wonder Woman's arsenal and powers. So for gadget/powers, well, not gadgets, arsenal/powers, I'm gonna have to give it to Superman for just because to me her her arsenal does not make up for the fact that how Superman's powers are, and if you see in the comics, he is more powerful. But I will get into that in a little bit when I go into my comic book references. So yeah, a bunch of people might be thinking, but her magic stuff. Well, I'm gonna be getting to that in a little bit when I go to the comic book references. So I'm gonna have to give an edge to Superman when it comes to powers and slash arsenal. Now they're training. Wonder Woman is an Amazon, which is like one of the most elite training like ever in the world that you can get, and like one of the best fighters ever. Superman knows Kryptonian martial arts. He was trained by Batman. He's trained by Zod. He got training from Mongol for some things. He has a lot of training, but I'm gonna go long story short with this and just say Wonder Woman completely has the edge here. Wonder Woman is a much better fighter than Superman. Yeah, that's I'm just gonna go with that right there. Like, I can't really delay this. So yeah, now time for the comic book comparison. First off, we have two actual battles that were canon. There's other battles, but they're not. And then there was something that happened in the 70s, but neither of them won. So first off is the Crisis one, which is one of like the crises that happened in DC. There's so many I don't remember. It's the one where Blue Beetle dies. But yeah, so Superman is being mind controlled by Max Lord to kill Wonder Woman because he thinks that Wonder Woman is Doomsday and Doomsday just killed Lois. But I am gonna say this is horrible writing. Before you write me off as just fanboy, look at this right here. What is that? Does that look like a man who's fighting someone who just killed his wife? It just looks like he's so nonchalantly fighting her. And that's not just it, he does it in other things. I guess it's more bad art incorporated with the writing than it is anything else. But yeah. The next battle is the Superman for Tomorrow was the book. It's Superman for Tomorrow, and how that battle ends is Superman wins, but how it ends is Superman grabs Wonder Woman. She's going to punch me, grabs her fist, and then just tells her to stop. He looks at her and tells her to like go save these people because they're causing damage and stuff, and tells her to stop. And earlier in that fight, which is like the big kicker for me, Wonder Woman cuts him with her magic sword, and Superman takes the drop of blood and throws it at her, and she blocks it because she's afraid of it hurting her, and it puts a crack in the hilt of her sword. She's afraid of him throwing a drop of blood at her. I mean, that just shows it right there to me. Superman could hurt Wonder Woman by throwing his blood at her. And, man. And then another thing is, people always like bringing up Frank Miller when it's Superman versus Batman, so I'm going to bring up Frank Miller with Superman versus Wonder Woman. I know this versus video is a little different because these two have actually fought in the comics, and I'm a more one-sided this time than I normally am. But yeah, that's because this is my video, so I'm going to express my opinion. Anyways, with the whole Frank Miller thing, Frank Miller said in Batman Robin, All-Star Batman Robin, which was canon, I believe, but then the book turned out to be so bad that DC decided to say it wasn't canon. Like, let's just say this never happened, because it was supposed to reinvent Dick Grayson's origin, but did a horrible origin for Dick Grayson. But anyways, Frank Miller says in the books, because Superman and Wonder Woman are arguing, and Frank Miller in the book says, it starts with a bellow worthy of Zeus, then a wind that Boreas might envy. She's a fragile twig, a blade of grass tossed aside in the wake of an angry god. He describes Wonder Woman, compared to Superman, a blade of grass tossed aside in the wake of an angry god. He also says he doesn't even have to touch her to show her his power. He just punches the wall. Yeah. Yeah, and this is coming from a writer that admits he hates Superman. He's said it a ton of times. He hates Superman, Frank Miller. And I guess I'll do a couple more comparisons. This video's getting a little long. Another comparison is Wonder Woman. It was no match for Mongol, to where Superman in Superman Ending Battle took on Mongol, Bizarro, Silver Banshee, I think like Chainmaster was the name or something like that. Took them all on and beat them. and Wonder Woman couldn't beat just Mongol. She had to have some help from Batman and Superman. And another thing is, another comic book thing. This wasn't canon. This was in a Trinity book that wasn't canon. Bizarro breaks the lasso of truth. She's fighting Bizarro and then beats the living crap out of Wonder Woman. Another book is, it's a Superman Batman book. It's one of the alternate universes to where Superman and Batman rule the world, and Wonder Woman killed Batman because, you know, he's a tyrant, and then Superman snaps her neck with the lasso of truth. And yeah. So, and another thing is in Superman the Doomsday Wars, Wonder Woman fights Doomsday along with help from the Flash, Huntress. I know Huntress can't really do anything. Plastic Man, Martian Manhunter, and Orion, and she still gets the crap beat out of her. They're all fighting, and she says in the book, she says she must have gotten soft from holding back, so she goes all out. And then she's so confused why Doomsday doesn't drop. Yes, this is a Doomsday being controlled by Brainiac, but Superman outsmarts him and beats him later. So that shows you, and this is canon. So yeah, that just shows you right there. But yeah, I think it's clear who my winner is. I don't think I need to do the whole scenarios thing anymore, since I've been vouching for Superman ever since we hit this talk. But yeah, it's in the books, so that is a big reason why I'm going with Superman. You can see in the books the proof that I have presented. The canon stuff, the non-canon stuff doesn't really mean anything, but I've presented tons of canon stuff. The only reason I'm presenting non-canon stuff is because that's all Batman fans do whenever it's a Batman vs Superman battle, because Superman always wins whenever it's canon. But yeah, there we go. Also, these two were tied in canon. Each have won one fight, so that's why I had to go to other battles, such as when she's fought Superman villains, because I don't know when if he's ever fought her villains or anything like that. If there are, I haven't read them, so I can't really bring it up. But yeah, so that's why I brought up when she's fought his villains, and the non-canon battles, just anything I could to help lend to this battle, since they're already tied, since one of them has each won the fight each time. But and another thing is, Superman won the battle when both of them were in their right mind. The other one was when Superman was being mind controlled. Yeah, also the Doomsday story is a thing to lend towards Superman's intelligence, because a lot of people think Superman is a big dumb brute. Well, he outsmarted Doomsday and beat him. Well, Brainiac controlling Doomsday, he outsmarted Brainiac and beat him. But yeah, this video is getting pretty long, so if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and put down in the comment section below who do you think would win and why.